Greetings and salutations to all of our lovely viewers and subscribers out there. You're tuned in to Craft on Tap, and I'm your host, Nick A. Myers. On this edition of our beer peer review, we're going to go back and try some beers from Founders Brewing Company. So far, we've tried some of their amazing stouts, and today we've got a very nice variety for you. If you don't know about Founders, they're out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's where they got their start. And if you've never been to Grand Rapids, then you've never seen a river so majestic as the Majestic River. I'm excited today because we have a nice selection of beers. We have an Imperial Stout, a Breakfast Stout, and a Porter. So they're going to have a little bit of a difference as far as the alcohol by volume, as far as the flavor, the color, and all that wonderful stuff. All right then, well, without further ado, let's get to why we came here in the first place, right? Beer tasting. Let's get into this. Okay, so the first beer we've got today is going to be an Imperial Stout. I love this kind of purple-hued label. I hope you like it as well. I'm going to open her up and get some sense of what we're dealing with here. Now, Imperial Stouts generally run about 10 to 11% ABV, which is way higher than a domestic beer is going to run about 5 or 6. Super thick, almost like oil. Not a lot of head, not a lot of effervescence, but it's got like a nice, really nice color to it. Let's give it a smell. Interesting, I can smell like soy sauce in there. Definitely some chocolate and some dark bread or grain. Oh yeah, coffee, chocolate. I'm getting a subtle after hint of salted caramel, so interesting. It starts a little more pungent and ends a lot on the sweet note. So I like this beer a lot. I definitely would recommend it. Yummy. All right, so the second beer on the docket today from Founders is going to be the Breakfast Stout. Not to be confused with an oatmeal stout. However, this does include oatmeal. It's essentially an oatmeal stout, although much like breakfast, it's going to have a lot more to deal with. All right, so to pour the Breakfast Stout from Founders, we're going to get a nice dark color on that. Almost no head at all, very non-existent, very mellow. Dark like the last one, but not nearly as midnight. Oh, right off the bat, coffee. It smells like a coffee shop. Chocolate. Definitely some bread or some grain in this one as well. Let's sample the Breakfast Stout. That is incredible. Bittersweet chocolate, a little bit of roasted or maybe burnt coffee in there, and an after hint of vanilla. I can see why they call this a breakfast stout. It basically tastes like what you'd have for breakfast. You'd have pancakes, some coffee, a little cream, maybe some French toast. So far, very impressed by these particular beers. Now, the last one we got is going to be a porter, which I'm excited to try because I've always enjoyed porters, you know, like not the people that take your bag on trains, but porter beer. All right, let's get into this as our last one for the day. We're gonna give that a pour. Are you ready? Again, it's gonna be dark colored. I would say almost about as dark as the last one, but this one's gonna have a little more head on it. And there's a lot of bubbles and effervescence clinging to the cup there. So it kind of reminds me of Coca-Cola in the glass, oddly enough. Let's give it a smell. Honestly, it smells a little bit like black tea. I'm getting a little bit of a sweetness to it. Some chocolate in there for sure. Oh man, that is mellow. Kind of tastes like some chocolate milk. It's a little chalky on the afterburn. So it starts a little sweet, ends a little chalky. But overall, I would say that this porter is fan-stinking-tastic. Wow. Now, we've now tried 5 different beers from Founders, and they're all dark beers, but they all have a very distinctive and unique sort of presentation and flavor. So check out Founders Brewing Company. Check us out. We can be found anywhere on the web. craftontapshow.com is our website. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube. Wherever people are found online, we'll be there. Well, folks, all good things do come to an end, and I believe it is the end of this edition of our beer peer review here at Craft on Tap. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell your sister, tell your pastor, tell your preacher, tell your bartender, come check us out, and please drink responsibly when you do drink. I'm Nick A. Myers. See you next time.